coins, but it's not for it's just saying it's for everybody, So me and Juana, we put it all together. So what you guys see there in the middle, the different symbols and everything. So those are all the different currencies that are out there. That's like a few of many, right? And we put Bitcoin right in the middle. So Bitcoin is one of many different currencies. So this is the presentation. So the objectives, what I'm trying to get through with this is going to be, why do we need money? What do we need money for, right? And what's the current situation? How do we trade with each other? How do we do it? And then where is it going? Where's this all going? With all this advances in technology that we have, the way we trade with each other, where's it going to go? And the biggest thing is, what can we do now, right? So in the current state, right, 2022, what can we do right now? What's going on? All right. And then let's start from the beginning, right? Why do we need money, right? So we need money. We need money to pay our bills. We need money to eat, right? We need money for shelter. We need money to entertainment, right? If you go to the bars, you got to make it rain. You need money for that. You can't go there broke or throw quarters. You know what I'm saying? So we need money for that stuff, for entertainment. We need money for owning things. We all like to have fancy things or good things, like whatever, or basic things. We need to own things, right? We need a refrigerator or something at least. So we need money for that. And the other, when you have money, you can also negotiate, with other people, So then if you're selling something I'm buying, I can negotiate. If you're selling, how much do you want? And then how much do I'm willing to give you for that product, whatever it is. So that becomes the whole commerce, the whole industry. So that's why we need money, Next. Okay, so what's our current situation? So what's going on right now? So right now we use banknotes, checks, and wire transfers to negotiate, right, with each other. Mainly cash we use, right, banknotes, but we use checks. Or even checks are going away and wire transfers, because now a lot of people are doing it, and I'm doing it too. It's you go online, you pay everything online, banking online. That's great, You bank online, you pay your bills online. Most of the time, I think it might be for free. I don't even know if they charge you for it. But you use the bank so you don't have to write checks or even worry about writing checks. It's great. So that's what we're doing right now. So the thing is, we're all doing things this every day. Goods and services are being traded, and we're performed, virtually right now. So, for example, I mentioned I'm paying bills, right? Now I pay my bills. I don't write checks or nothing. I pay my bills online. Everything is online, So we're starting to do that right now. So it's just going to get more and more, common in a sense to do things like that, And then now with the pandemic, that a lot of people are working from home. We're doing a lot of stuff from home. We're doing it more and more than we did before. Now it's very convenient. Now we don't have to go anywhere. We don't have to go to the post office to buy stamp, to put in an envelope, to go put the, whatever. So it's so much more convenient, so much useful than, and less wasteful too, because now we're being more environmentally conscious. So being able to just do things wirelessly, without doing anything is great, without using paper for anything. So again, the pandemic's accelerating things. We're going that way. We're already going that way. Now we're doing more and more. And then with crypto, right, it allows individuals to trade each other without involving a central bank. So the central bank that makes the dollar itself, the note that gives you that dollar to trade it with each other, we cut that middleman out of the way. So, for example, if I want to trade with Juana, right, like if I go over there and cut Juana's grass and I tell her it's 50 Mike's money, virtual money, she says, okay. So she goes into her crypto wallet and she transfers 50 Mike's money to me. She's happy. I'm happy. Now, the question is, who's going to accept Mike's money, my crypto? So that's where we are right now. So right now, people are not really accepting Mike's money, the crypto, because again, there's so many different ones, we bring up Bitcoin a lot because Bitcoin is the most famous ones, but there's so many different ones. And people they were accepting, now people are accepting less of Bitcoin, for example, because the way you get Bitcoin is computers running over and over and over and all over the world. So the way that those computers run, they run to electricity, which is not clean. So people are starting to stay away from non-clean coins. So the coins that are mined or generated with clean energy are more sustainable energy, are going to be more popular than others, you know what I mean? Or more valuable than others in the long run. Right now, nobody knows where it's going. So your guess is as good as anybody else's guess. So don't think that you know little or you know less, because we're all learning, and we're in the beginning of the whole transition through that, you know what I mean? So we're going to see more and more of it, you know what I mean? Okay, next. Okay, so what is cryptocurrency? All right, so this is the best way that I could explain it to you guys. What it is, it's a virtual token, right? So it's something that's worth something virtually somewhere. So the best example I can come up with is the Mona Lisa, right? So for example, we all know what the Mona Lisa is, right? So if you could duplicate the Mona Lisa virtually in the computer somewhere, it can only be one of it, right? You cannot make it, you can't make two Mona Lisas, right? So if you can make one in the virtual world using numbers like zeros and ones, if you can make it, then there's only one, it cannot be duplicated. So that's used as a token. So if I create that Mona Lisa, right, virtually, right, and I say, I want to buy your house, Michael Nimroff, and Michael Nimroff says, okay, I'll trade you my house for your virtual Mona Lisa. That's fine. That's a trade between me and Mr. Nimroff. Again, not involving the central bank. And that's the whole trouble with the crypto. So anyway, so now we can do that. Now I can do that. So if I create a Mona Lisa and I decide to trade it, I'll trade it to anybody that's willing to trade it back with me, as long as I'm willing to accept the terms, you know, the notes or whatever they're willing to trade me for. So again, the currency itself cannot be duplicated, so it can only be one of it. That's what makes it special, in a sense, you know, because you cannot make a second one of it. So it can only be one. You can use it to trade with something else. You know what I mean? So again, you could trade that token for whatever you think is worth. You know, so that's right. There's no central, but there's nobody dictating what it's worth. So if you say that your cryptocurrency, whatever your crypto is worth my house, and I say, okay, take my house, I'll take your crypto. That's between you and I. That's not involving the central bank. You know what I mean? That's where it gets a little complicated. But again, the person that owns the token sets the value, right? So if I hold that key, the digital key, right, that nobody can duplicate it, and somebody else is willing to trade it with me for something else, it's between myself and that person. That's it. You know what I mean? And again, what's happening is you're not involving the central bank, the middleman. And that's what creates a lot of waves right now and makes it difficult to navigate through the whole system, you know, because it's complicated. It's not easy. And they make it complicated for that reason. Hold on. Carmen's asking a question. Does crypto have anything to do with RFTs? You mean NFTs? NFTs, you mean? We're going to explain NFT. Okay, so I'm going to explain right now. So sit tight. Okay, so there's two. What? These are the two most, I guess, the two types of crypto that there is, right? There's the NFT, which is a non-fungible token. All right. So the best way that I can explain an NFT is something that cannot be duplicated. So look, so for example, let's say if I was able to create the Mona Lisa in the blockchain, right? If I was able to make the Mona Lisa, right? Out of ones and zeros, I was make the Mona Lisa in the virtual world. There could only be one Mona Lisa, right? So then I could trade the Mona Lisa for whatever I want. I set the value. So if I say, I'll trade half of the Mona Lisa for your house, and you say, okay, that's between you and me. Not involving the central bank. So if we both agree to the terms, you know, that's it. Now, that Mona Lisa just exists in the virtual world. You can't print it out. You can't post it on your wall or nothing. It's just in the virtual world, you know. But again, there's only one of them, right? But that's the example of an NFT. So again, it's a non-fungible token. You cannot duplicate it. You cannot make a second one of it. There's only one of it. That's it. Okay? So that's one example of crypto, right? And then the second is the blockchain. So the blockchain is a digital ledger. So let's picture digital notebook, right? Where every transaction that goes on, they keep notes of it, right? So the coins, right? So when you mine for the coin, it gets on the ledger, right? You mine for the Bitcoin, for example, right? Then let's say you trade it for something else, or you trade the Bitcoin, it goes in the ledger. So this digital ledger has every single transaction that coin had through its life. No, if the value goes up, it gets traded for something less, gets traded for something more, doesn't matter. There's a transaction is there. That chain cannot be duplicated, that chain cannot be broken, that chain cannot be changed. Okay, so is that chain stays the same way forever, all right? So it makes it safe in a sense, you know, or secure. Secure is the right word. So it makes it secure because it cannot be changed, it cannot be duplicated. Next slide.
If my personal experience is anything to go by, the first question you probably get when you start talking about cryptocurrencies with friends and family is, what the hell is cryptocurrency? Well, here's how I answer that question. Put simply, cryptocurrencies are like regular currencies, except they're entirely digital. Each individual cryptocurrency coin is fundamentally just a collection of numbers and letters. This sounds complicated, but it's actually not far off from what we see with currencies today. Here's what I mean by that. Almost every physical money bill on the planet has a unique serial number. This serial number corresponds to information like when the bill was printed, where it was printed, and so on. In theory, a record of all money bills that have ever been printed and where they are is kept by a central bank, which shares this information with smaller banks and the government. If you have a debit card or credit card, you'll know that you have an account number on there as well. You also have a password or PIN number that you use to access the money in that account. Your bank branch knows your account number and your name because you had to provide your personal information to open an account. This info is also shared with the central bank and government. Now, let's say you have a $20 bill with the serial number ABC and your bank account number is 123. When you deposit that bill into your bank account, your bank branch, the central bank, and the government will see and confirm that the $20 bill ABC has been moved into bank account number 123. This is almost exactly how cryptocurrencies work. Each individual cryptocurrency coin is like the serial number you see on a physical bill, just without the physical bill. Just like regular bills, almost every cryptocurrency can be divided into smaller pieces. In the case of Bitcoin, each BTC can be divided into 100 million pieces called satoshis, which are like cents to a dollar. A cryptocurrency wallet address is like a bank account, except that there's no physical card that goes along with it. It's just an account number. Because you don't need to provide any personal information to create a cryptocurrency wallet, this means that your identity is not attached to your crypto wallet like a bank account is. Most importantly, any cryptocurrency held in your personal wallet is held directly by you, not custodied by a bank like regular money in a bank account. This means that nobody can shut down your cryptocurrency wallet or block your transactions because you have total control over that account at all times. Now, the trade-off here is that if you lose access to your cryptocurrency wallet or forget to write down the recovery phrase you get when you make one, well, you'll lose your cryptocurrency forever. Instead of banks and the government keeping track of everyone's bills and bank account balances, these records are stored across all the computers connected to a cryptocurrency network. These transactions and account balances are public and can be viewed by anyone using something called a blockchain explorer. Because computers can earn cryptocurrency for processing transactions on a cryptocurrency network, this incentivizes more computers to join the network to process transactions and earn cryptocurrency. This makes cryptocurrency networks secure because there is no single point of failure. This is called decentralization, and it's the polar opposite of the centralized setups of governments and banks. Now, in case...
Okay, that was it for this video. All right. Mike Lacerda, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right, good. All right, so you can keep going.
Okay, so what happens now? All right, so what's happening now that we're seeing the end of the need for the middleman or a currency, because like we're like a lot of us, we pay our bills online, we do online banking and online shopping, so we're paying everything online already. So the need for a physical or middleman to hold the currency we don't see that happening for a bank, and then more and more people are accepting, crypto at places, shopping, like grocery stores, shopping. People, more and more, they're accepting some sort of crypto or some sort of cryptocurrency, and then they're thinking more of the environmentally conscious tokens. So, for example, it takes computer power to run these computers to get the tokens, right? So more people are paying attention to the tokens that are being run by computers that are getting like solar or wind power or something, opposed to power that we get from their electricity, the normal conventional way. And then we're seeing more now crypto credit cards. You still use the regular currency that we use now, but the card, the way you earn points, you earn crypto points depending on the card that you get. You get that coin. So if you're looking for a credit card, that you could get your rewards will be the crypto, so you can start, going that route. And eventually what's going to happen, and the reason why it's, people are fighting this tooth and nail, is because it's eventually, going crypto like this, digital, we're going to eliminate the need for a central bank. So we're going to eliminate the need for the dollar, for the euro, because we could trade amongst ourselves. Why does it have to be a dollar or some sort of a currency? So what happened with Karma? Right, well, I'm sorry, I was reading what Karma wrote over here. I don't even know if she saw it. See crypto for beginners, not crypto for dummies. Okay. Yeah. So eventually we're going to eliminate the central bank. Again, trading peer-to-peer trading between ourselves is going to eliminate that. Of course, now we're in the transition of going that route, but eventually it's going to go that way. Just like taxis, like Uber did to taxis. Now we can just go on the phone and get an Uber. They eliminated the taxis, so now anybody can generate their own income. So again, the pandemic, the lockdowns and all that is just pushing things to go that way, the digital way. Oh, Porphy's asking, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Where's everybody? Oh, okay. Oh, hold on. Porphy just asked a question. Hold on. How is it going to be? Oh, that's the whole thing. Porphy, that's a good question. The taxes on crypto. That's the whole thing. The government, of course, they need to tax it, and they should, because somebody has to pay for the roads and schools and stuff like that. So, taxing the crypto is something that they have to work around. Again, there's a lot of little details that have to be worked out before it becomes widely accepted.
Yeah, that's a good question. Do you want to make a pause? I see Erica has a question.
Okay.
Anybody have a crypto yet?
Yes.
That's a good question.
You do?
Yeah, but again, it's not. It's very, it goes up and down how much it's worth, and nobody says the value. But again, not a lot of people accept it. You know what I mean? Oh no, Erica, if you go, type in the chat your email address, and I'll send you an invite to start mining for free. all you have to do, well, for free in a sense, because no, again, nothing in the world is free, but the way that you can mine this particular coin is that you give your Facebook information, this information that you have on Facebook, that's your
Mhm.
collateral, okay? That's what you use against to be able to mine for that particular coin,
Um,
all right?
That's
But if
actually
you
what
put it
this next. Sorry,
the
that's
next,
actually what this next slide goes into. So that's perfect.
perfect. Okay, so that's perfect. Let's bring it to the next slide. So look, Erica wants me to invite her to start mining, so this is how we would do it.
I was just
Eric,
wondering.
Erica wants to put that hat on with a little flashlight on top.
All right. So how do you get crypto? Go ahead.
So how do you get it? So you can mine it, right? So the way you mine, right? It's not with a shovel and a pick and an axe and all that. It's when you use your time and data. So your information, right? Your personal information, your time, you use that as leverage for the coin to mine or buy the coin. So for example, let's look at this coin, for example, we're looking right now on the slide. That's called the Pi coin, right? So that Pi, in order for me to go over there and spend time mining it, right? It uses my Facebook information, my Facebook account as leverage for that coin. So that coin right now is worth nothing, right? Or it's worth whatever somebody's willing to trade it for, but nobody's trading anything. So I go every day, but you have to go there every few hours. I don't know, so many hours, and you have to click a button. So somebody has to physically do some work in order to mine it. But if somebody accepts the coins that I mine, if somebody's willing to accept it or trade it for whatever goods they have, so be it. Again, not involving a central bank. So this money is not going through a bank and seeing where it's going and coming back. So getting rid of the middleman. So getting back to crypto. So how do you get it? So the all the information that going through the internet, for example, right, gets broken down into blocks, right? And these blocks are attached to a chain, so that makes it into a blockchain. That's what that blockchain means, right? So that blockchain, the way it's put together, it cannot be changed or duplicated. So the way that blockchain is, it is. If it's ever changed by any little thing, it's known, right? So the whole chain sees it. You know what I mean? So again, the box attached to a chain, that chain cannot be duplicated. That makes it unique. It cannot be duplicated. So in order for you to get that coin or that whatever you need to use the app. Whatever. Look, for example, this coin right here. You go in the Apple Store or the Google Play, and you look for that coin, which is Pi, and you can download the app for that coin. And it's of course going to ask you for some collateral, which is like your Facebook account or something. And then you can download the app and you can start every day or every few hours. So you have to click on it. Juana, should I show the app on my phone?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so all right, so
we can.
Okay, so I'll try to show it to you guys. Hold on one second.
I can
All right,
take
so
this part out of the recording so we don't have everyone's faces. Yeah.
all right, so I don't know if you see on the corner on this corner right here.
A little towards the center. There you go. Yeah.
Okay,
perfect.
see on this corner right here, it tells you what I'm mining for, right? So see, I have 763 point whatever blah 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 pi. So of course, it sounds like a bunch of numbers, right? But with those many coins that I have, for whatever coin you have, if somebody's willing to trade me something for those coins, so be it. So if somebody wants to trade me a house for those right now, I'll trade it. But again, you're not involved in a central bank. You're not involved in a middleman. So from peer to peer, so person to person. That's where it gets a little bit more complicated, with things being traded, because it's not easy. So, but that's one coin out of I don't know, hundreds, maybe thousands of coins out there.
So Karma had a question in the chat. Can't you be easily scammed?
Yes, you can. You can be scammed by anything, but the way you can be scammed with crypto is two things: either by wasting your time, or trading your dollar for crypto. So your time, you set it for whatever it's worth. Whatever you do, I wouldn't trade dollars for any crypto, not even Bitcoin, none of that stuff, because it goes up and down right now. I wouldn't take a chance right now. Keep your dollars in the regular bank. Keep your money where it's at. Don't buy any crypto. If you can mine it for free, sure, click a button every day, whatever. But I'm saying, don't trade your dollar, your fiat currency. If you have dollars to euros or whatever, do not change it for anything else. Keep it the way it is, because it's up and down right now. It's crazy. It's like the Wild West out there with all these crazy coins. There's all kinds of coins. And again, some coins, it's going towards the coins that are more environmentally conscious coins. So the coins that they used to mine in more environmentally friendly way are being sought out more than the regular coins. So even Bitcoin, people don't like Bitcoin because of that. Okay, so now it brings us to buying crypto. If you want to buy crypto, right, Warner?
Deal, if you ask me. But where is the best place to buy crypto if you're from the US? Well, the two most popular options are Binance US and Coinbase Pro. Now, I've actually done a dedicated video comparing both these exchange titans, which you can watch by clicking the link in the top right of the screen. I also show you how to deposit fiat too. So yes, my US friends are going to want to check that out. For both those options, you're going to want to secure your account with 2FA, so just as well you have that sorted already. Oh yes, chances are you've heard of some hot new altcoin that you want to get your hands on. Let's say you want to buy Injective Protocol and are wondering which exchange you can buy it on. Well, you can find that out by hopping over to CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap and searching for that hot altcoin. Once you've done that, you'll be taken to the cryptocurrencies information page. Click the Markets button, and that will bring up all the different exchanges it's listed on. So we can see here that we probably want to get a Binance account set up to buy INJ. You can use this method to work out which other exchanges you'll need to open an account in order to get that exotic crypto you have your eye on. If you want to assess your other exchange options to get access to a wider selection of altcoins, then you'll want to watch my video on the best crypto exchanges. Yep, you know where to go. However, if you wanted my personal opinion, I find most of the coins that I'm looking for on Binance. It also supports regular fiat deposits. However, there are a few more steps required to get your fiat sent here when compared with Swissborg. You will need a Binance account either way if you want to buy those exotic altcoins. If you don't have an account yet, then why not grab yourself a 20% trading discount by signing up using the link below. Okay, folks, that's my ultimate.
All right. I'm not sure if you wanted to comment on anything there, Mike.
Oh no, I'm just wondering if anybody has questions, because I'm sure people have questions. That's all. Okay, so the next thing is
this is the last slide and then questions.
Okay, so then we open up for questions. So hold your horses. All right, so then. Okay, so where do we go from here? Now we know that there's a new way to exchange things, the new currencies and all that. So what's going to happen is more and more businesses are going to start accepting the crypto as tangible currency. So more and more, little by little, you're going to go to Walmart or you're going to go to ShopRite and you're going to be able to trade coins for your groceries eventually. And then, it's going to get to the point that we're all going to have virtual wallets. It's going to be a normal thing. So, so we're all going to have, instead of getting paper money or checks or something, we're going to have, send money, coins or tokens sent straight to your bank account or to your virtual wallet. So little by little, it's going to happen. And the way it's happening right now is that the kids playing online and playing games online, they're trading things with each other. Because, online, in order for the games to reward you with certain things, or a better house or a better car online, you have to build certain things, or, you have to spend time online. The trade-off to the things online is your time. So the time that you use online to build things to make it, your house pretty or whatever, on the game online, you trade that for whatever currency that they're using online. So you trade for other things. So let's say online you make a house online, right? Then you can trade it for a bigger house and a bigger, and so on. So again, kids are doing that, and they're learning how to do that, and they're navigating it. They'll blow your mind, the stuff that they do online already. So eventually, for them, they're gonna grow up doing things like that. So they're gonna get out of high school. They're gonna get out of school. It's gonna be the norm. And the thing is, now we're in that generation that we're gonna get skipped out. They're gonna be running circles around.
And questions. Let me
Okay,
stop
so we open it
sharing.
up for questions. Okay.